familiar starting lineup here for the Bolts. And then NLEX, very successful the last 6 games.
Banquero looks up at the clock. Just their first possession, but they want to be able to make sure they get a good shot here. They go inside. Hodge, who is back in harness, comes up with the first 2 points.
And expect Meralco to try and make a lot of points inside the paint, because if there is a weakness in NLEX, it's really the size here. They don't really have a big natural center in the lineup.
Just look at that Bajío a while ago against Bates when they did the jump ball. Bolick will try to get inside, flips it up, that's gonna drop.
And when you give Bolick that much space, a lot of space to operate,
not gonna drop there to tap. We go to the Bolts once again. 3 put up, and that's easy pickings for Bong Quinto. Had to give it up off that switch. Mocon turns around and hits.
I like the ball movement of NLEX that time.
Cancino now will give it up. A lot of movement once again here by the Bolts. Banquero. That's a nice soft touch. Seesaw battle we have here. Torres goes right back to his court general. Gets a switch. Again, looking for Bates. Bajío's gonna have to take this one. Goes up strong and scores.
With San Beda, but look at this. The burst of speed and then the composure, collects himself, makes sure that he has balance.
Up against Almazan. Banquero in the open court. Takes it strong, will overshoot, but again, Almazan didn't even have to jump.
That's right, and he's doing his part here. And against Fajardo, you should get some offensive rebounds and putbacks here.
Going to the wing, Nieto uses that Fajardo pick. Puts it up off the glass over the outstretched arms of Black.
And when you put in Matt Nieto to play alongside Bolick, Bolick becomes an off-the-ball player. Nieto can run the point as well, and then Bolick can be a shooter.
Ramirez asking for it. Feels he's got a mismatch, but comes up with a poor pass. Banquero to Hodge. Hodge for 2. Looks like there's blood on the mouth of Nieto.
Might be here.
Ramirez tries to barrel his way through. 2-on-1. Strong finish there by Hodge.
Good job there by first Newsome with the forward pass to Banquero, and then Banquero finding Hodge for that layup.
1 point lead for the Bolts. They look for Bajío. Bajío with the jumper, yes.
And that's what he can do. And when you put him in a pick and roll situation with Bolick, Bolick has a lot of options to spot Bajío because of that perimeter jumper.
That's how he's got a lot of those assists of his in the last 2 games. Banquero hits. Will they try to go to Ramirez inside? Mocon will try to score. Gets away for 2. Nice find through the corner. Torres, who just checked in. Bang!
And that's his job. When you put Bolick once again on the high speed and roll, and then Cyrus Torres is in the opposite corner, he's going to get a lot of open looks.
Torres will give it up. Final 30 seconds of quarter number 1. 6 on the shot clock. Black puts up a 3, hits 1 as well. That was the foul that they had to give up, and here was that shot from Torres.
Wide open
answered
look
by Black.
This is a harder shot coming from from Black off the dribble.
Karam will bring it out. A lot of time still under shot clock. Pasaol, that's a nice find, and Jose delivers.
Excellent roll coming from Pasaol. And now Meralco knows that there's going to be a blitz in that pick and roll, so they need to find that roll guy, which they did.
Baseramer will kick it out. Karam was there. That is a bit of bad luck for the Bulls. Close to a 5-second violation, and Fajardo with a steal and a layup.
Just when Meralco was slowly taking control of the game, back-to-back turnovers, and it's a one-point game.
That's gotta hurt. Black will go to Pasaol. Pasaol flips it up and through.
And that's what he can do. He is in the PBA because he can score.
Correct. We look for the big man, Ramirez. Going to Amer. Ramirez, step back jumper, yes.
Wow.
We look inside, Bahio gets away for two.
He is so good.
They're asking that defense to really extend and move. Alas will put up a three, and that rattles through. Pick gonna be set. Hodge gives it up. Newsom, nice look inside. Pasaol will get another bucket.
And Alvin Pasaol has been a factor here. That was a great move on the part of Coach Luigi Trillo to go smaller as well. Match up with the quickness advantage of NLEX. Put it up Pasaol, a better offensive player as your power forward.
Bahia with a jumper. Basket and one opportunity here.
Money from the perimeter.
Defensively, and when it came to crashing the boards. Asked if he agrees to the comparison because it came from Coach Jong, of course, JB believes it's only right that he shares the same sentiment. Back to you, gentlemen.
So far, so good, and he's hoping he has a similarly long career. That's a long bomb there from Baseramer. So he had a foot on the line.
So it's not a 4. Just a 3 for Basel.
So they're gonna knock 1 point off. So instead of a 6-point lead, it's a 5-point advantage. Bolik gets the matchup he likes. Gives it up. 3 on the way, yes!
Not a good play there by Karam because Kevin Alas just made a 3-pointer in this second quarter. And it's hard to help from the strong side and to leave a shooter in the corner.
Trying to go inside. Hodge gives it back out. Newsom to the wing. Quinto for 3. He answers right back.
Big basket there from Quinto as NLEX already with a 7-point lead.
Past the halfway mark of the second quarter. Alas was ready to launch. Here they feel they have the mismatch against Karam. And Bolik just shot over him.
Bong Quinto. And then Bolik just rising over the defense for that 3-pointer.
Still at 10. Straight line drive and then overshoots. Newsom trying to take advantage. Goes in strong and scores. He likes his spot on an island. Extra pass, Banquero delivers. Finds Bolik. Fajardo will challenge inside and deliver.
Nice handoff.
Bates was trying to get sealed inside. Quinto up and under move, yes!
That's impressive. Quinto can really hurt you in so many ways. Such a creative scorer.
That's gonna cut the lead down to 3. Nieto with the curl. Now to Mocon. Fajardo trying to use his speed, and he gets around Bates.
That's what you need to do if you're Fajardo. You take him in the perimeter, then jab step, burst of speed, and then you got Bates on your tail. You've won that match. And that's why Coach Luigi will go small again.
Quinto gets away for two.
You have more space for Bong Quinto because there's no Bates or Almazan taking up space inside the paint. So you have Quinto as your...
League season is over, so he's here enjoying the action and supporting his former teammates. And again, height is might. And Cliff Hodge is always a pain inside for the opponents. They look to Mocon. Falling away. And Bolik up and under move. That's a simple move, but so basic, but very effective. Gets his squad. Another shot clock. From 14, it's now down to 6 once again. The flip's gonna work there for Banquero.
Again, second chance opportunities. That has been the biggest problem of the first half. It continues to hound NLEX here in the third quarter.
Samaran tries to set that pick, Mocon. Now on Hodge. Going inside, Hodge there with a block.
And Hodge showing his motor, able to keep up against Bolik in that penetration. Look at that, the help defense coming from Hodge.
Bolik falling away, no. Bates. They'll try to push. That's a great find. And Newsom scores.
Both of these teams will try to run when they have the chance. Meralco, that has been a big part of their DNA with Coach Luigi Trillo.
Short. Wiry of the trees there. Led by Bates. Quinto with a fall away. In and out. And back in.
Always under control, Bong Quinto. You cannot rush this guy.
And now it's a 2-point lead. Enjoyed by the Bolts. Little 4-point swing. Enough for them to take the lead. Bahia with a jumper. Hodge playing point forward. Newsom inside. A lot of contact. Threw that one up. It's going to drop. There it is once again from another angle. Looking to complete a three. Now they'll say, let's set things up. Quinto left wide open. Bang!
There's not a lot of arc in the shot of Bong Quinto, but it goes in for him. He has developed that shot and he can hit it consistently.
No foul called there. Play on. And the Bolts trying to run. Banquero gets hit. Basket and one opportunity here for the Bolts.
They're off to the races. Here comes Hodge. Easy layup coming from Banquero, who loves that little floater.
A timeout will be really needed here by the Road Warriors. Nieto will find Fajardo. Oh, Mocon had an open three. Yes. Went into the teeth of the defense and got denied.
Wrong decision there from Mocon. Because it was Almazan defending him. He should have taken that jumper.
Newsom trying to take advantage of that size mismatch here. Banquero gets to Almazan. Had to rim out. There's Hodge once again, cleaning up that mess.
And guess who's there? Cliff Hodge. And then 2 more second chance points for Meralco.
And the lead is now in double digits at 10. They look inside. Fajardo will overshoot, gets it back, and puts it through.
And they're putting a quick double team on Bolik every time.
Approaching the 4-minute mark. They look inside. Cancino scores.
To mature in your career.
And it all boils down to championships. That's what you want. Take home as many rings as you can. CJ Cancino knocks in a 3.
They set up that play for CJ Cancino. That was called off that timeout by Coach Luigi Trillo.
Here in the second half, NLEX has had to play catch-up once again. Alas, back in action. Nieto with a floater.
Excellent cut there coming from Matt Nieto.
They go inside to Pasaol. He's got the size advantage, but comes up with a poor pass. Bahil, strong to the cup and scores.
I love this kid. He knows how to take it strong to the basket.
What a reply there from Pasaol.
That's the dimension he gives you. If you look at the bigs of Meralco, you have Bates, you have Almazan, you have Hodge. None of these are perimeter shooters. You put in Pasaol, then he adds an extra dimension to Meralco's offense.
That's going to keep the rally at bay just for the time being. Alas delivers. Almost lost it. And eventually they do. Newsom, 3-on-1 break. Finds Cancino.
We will see Newsom and Cancino scoring there, but it was Almazan who made the play on the defensive end, but Ramirez with a nice post-up move. The question mark here is, why was Almazan defending by...
Coach Jong was very animated in their most recent huddle, highlighting the Road Warriors' need to get the ball in the post. He instructed them to sprint back right away so they can run their post action and attack from there. Additionally, he highlighted the need for them to be sharper.
That nice pass coming from Hodge. Late rotation.
What a big start here by the Bolts. Look inside for Fajardo. That's a quick delivery.
Here comes Bolik. Again, the quarterback of this team spotting Fajardo.
Herndon blocked. Bahia with the pick. That sets up Alas. Alas for 3. We'll give it up on the switch. Here's Bolik inside, gets stopped. Ramirez finds Bahio. Short, Ramirez, power move, no. Black will clear. Hodge will try to look for Quinto. Nice pass, and Black hits a 3.
Good things happen when you put Bong Quinto in the low post because he's gonna make a lot of decisions. This guy was a triple-double threat when he was playing for Letran.
Heat is back up to 16. Bahio not want to force the issue. What a 4-point shot there. Looking up, he saw that the shot clock was winding down. Newsom with a spin. That'll drop. Hodge to the wing, open 3. Not that time, but again, Brandon with another possession. Black inside, up and under move, yes. Alas with the floater, high off the glass. Bahia with a jumper again. They're going to need to execute and execute quickly. They go right back to Bolik. Bolik found the seam and scores again.
Here's that last play, and Bolik looking for a foul, and they will call a technical foul here on Bolik.
They're really using every second of that shot clock. Banchero puts this one up and hits a three.
And that feels like a dagger because they run the clock all the way to the final second of the shot clock, and then Banchero makes a three.
Using up a lot of precious seconds, under 3 to be played here. Semerad with the attack, forced the shot. Approaching the final 2 minutes of this one, and again, they're using clock. That might just be the dagger right there.
Once again, they will run this down. Banchero.
Newsom for 3, yes!
And then making some hard contested three-pointers. First it was Banchero, and then Chris Newsom.
That was right by the 4-point line.
Firmly in the top 4.
Oh, definitely. Mocon there with a slam.
Offensive rebounding and second chance points was a big factor today for the Meralco Bolts.